guys, Kelsey here, and you're watching the DJP TV special on Witcher 2. BAFTA HQ to check out Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. We'll be bringing you first impressions as well as all the tips about this epic RPG that you need to know. Also coming up later, we talk to the guys behind the game, CD Projekt Red, and we'll see what they have to say. But first up, we're going to go get a witching. Seriously, Steve, we're going to get a witching on. In May 2011, The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings launched on PC. Almost a year on and an all-new enhanced edition is about to launch on Xbox 360. So what is so special about this all-new enhanced edition? Well, first of all, CD Projekt Red set out to create one of the best-looking RPGs ever seen on a console. From time we have spent with the game, at previews and for a full review, the Polish developers have certainly achieved their goal. From foreboding caves and the chaos of medieval sieges, to the lush green forest and busy towns, the attention to detail is second to none. But as gamers, we all know that visuals don't just make the game. So it's just as well that The Witcher 2 has been pretty much built from the ground up for the console version, with improvements in every area. These include a new intelligent camera system, improved menus and character panels, a more intuitive control system suited to the Xbox controller, and a new enemy target lock system. There is also an additional 4 hours of extra gameplay, along with new locations, characters and cutscenes, with over 33 minutes of new in-game cinematics that include new intro and outro movies and enhanced endings to be more dramatic and intensely satisfying. In fact, there has been just over 100 improvements and fixes implemented since the last PC update. Much like the first game, you take control of Geralt the Riv, one of the last remaining witches. But what is a witcher? Luckily enough, we have an expert on hand to tell us more.
Witchen, or witchers, an elite and mysterious caste of warrior monks. In popular lore, they're portrayed as possessing magic powers and superhuman abilities. Witchers were believed to combat evil spirits, ghastly monsters, and all manner of dark forces.
Sounds like the kind of guy you wouldn't want to cross swords with in a darkened alley. Just as well we get to play as the medieval monster hunters ourselves then. The story spans 3 chapters, a prologue and an epilogue, with the prologue starting off with Geralt being interrogated in a dark dungeon prison about the assassination of King Foltest. As Geralt recounts the events leading up to Foltest's death, you get to shape the outcome of each part and play through it yourself. What follows is a deadly story of intrigue, revenge, betrayal and assassins. And that is always saying about the story, because to spoil it would certainly be worse than crossing swords with a witcher in that previously mentioned dark alley. So on that note, I think it's about time for that interview we promised you. Hi guys, I'm here with Mariej from CD Projekt Red. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about what you've been doing on Witcher 2?
Yes, hello. So I'm a level artist, and I'm one of the people responsible for creating locations and worlds in The Witcher 2. So I will work in a level art team.
They're beautiful worlds, I can tell you that. So what I'd like to ask first of all is, I'm a person who hasn't played the original Witcher, very excited about Witcher 2. Can you tell the rest of us noobs a bit about the plot, please?
Sure. So first of all, you don't have to play The Witcher 1 to enjoy and understand The Witcher 2. Witcher 2 will introduce a totally new adventure. Sure, it's in some ways connected to the previous part of the game, but you explain everything at the very beginning to all the players. Now the plot. the game is called The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, so there are Assassins of Kings.
Obviously.
Obviously, they're killing crowned heads. And you, as a Geralt, as a friend of a king named Foltest, you're actually maybe not in trouble, but you're responsible for protecting the king, at least for some time in the game. So that's like the very beginning. You can already see the problem down there. There are Assassins of Kings and you as a king protector. So that's the very core and that's the very beginning. But how it all changes, you have to, play the game for yourself. What I can also say is, because if you didn't play The Witcher 1, if you're not familiar with the concept, then I should probably introduce the main character, right? Geralt of Rivia, our main protagonist. He's a mutant, he's a professional monster slayer. In our opinion, he's a really unique kind of hero. He's based on, or his character, like the whole story plot, is based on a series of novels created by famous Polish fantasy author Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski, and that's a brand new experience for everyone who never read the books or played the game before. So I really encourage you to just, if you like RPG games, you should definitely try it because it's unique. It's for me, it's just excellent.
It sounds really good. So as you mentioned, it is an RPG, a very big RPG, and as you know, combat is a huge part of any RPG. So can you tell us a bit more about the combat system in this game?
Yes, so sure, we're mostly about the storyline, creating a non-linear game, but on the other hand, not only the story is non-linear, but also the character development system. So the players have freedom of, let's say, creating their own version of Geralt. Sure, you're constantly a monster slayer, a witcher, but on the other hand, you can choose whether you want to use more magical signs, swords, and learn different moves, or alchemy. So in the character development panel, which is quite huge, it's a really RPG system, through RPG game and through RPG character development system. Throughout those panels, you can actually shape your own version of Geralt, let's call it this way. So yeah, you will have a lot of freedom in creating your type of main protagonist.
That sounds good, because I know I definitely prefer playing as a spellcaster, as they are known in Witcher 2 using signs. Yeah. So as you mentioned, it is huge. I think you said there's about 16 different endings depending on how you play it.
Yes, we call it, it's more like 16 different states of the world that you can actually meet at the very end of the game. So depending on your choices you make a little bit earlier, you can, you'll face different consequences, and in total it will leave the game's world in one of the 16 different states. And what I mean by this is, like, some of your friends will be dead or alive, some kingdoms will be there or not. So those are like some
pretty important choices.
Yeah, pretty massive impact you have on the game and on all the people who live in the game's world while you make your decisions, I guess.
Would you be able to tell us a bit more about the Enhanced Edition and what it's added onto the Witcher 2 original? Yeah,
so the Enhanced Edition is another enhancement we are bringing to the game. Obviously, it's going to be free for all PC players, and then it will be included in the Xbox version of the game. And it will introduce not only a lot of improvements to the game, but like fixes and stuff like that, obviously. It will also, for the Xbox 360 edition, it will also introduce some new mechanism, like new camera system, just to make the game a little bit more fun on a gamepad, or different or redesigned GUI panels to make them more fluent on console. But first of all, I guess Enhanced Edition is bringing a lot of new content again. So we're bringing about 4 hours of extra gameplay, new characters, new dialogues, new adventures. So that's wow, something fascinating. We were really happy to be working on those new parts of the games, new elements. On the other hand, we're bringing new cutscenes, which again will tell you a little bit more about what's happening in the game, immerse you even more into the game's reality. We are bringing this new introduction movie, which you could see at the presentation, which is amazing. We're bringing a new outro movie, new final board, so there's really a lot of new content, like 10 gigs for PC players if you want to download it. So it's It's a massive improvement. It's a massive improvement.
So The Witcher 2 looks like an epic game. It is out on Xbox 360 and the addition to the PC comes out on the 17th of April. My final question to you is, it comes out on a Tuesday. What excuse am I going to tell my boss for not coming into work that day?
I think you won't have to think of anything because probably your boss will be playing The Witcher 2.
Thank you so much for that. Bye. With all the extra added content and 16 different endings, I think I'm going to need the whole week off, not just one day. Witcher 2 is out 17th of April on Xbox. Thank you to Namco Bandai, BAFTA, and of course CD Projekt Red. And most importantly, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out dailyjoypad.co.uk where you'll find a full review.